In this photograph taken on May 19, 1982, at the Congressional Club First Ladies Luncheon, Nancy Reagan and Barbara Bush are captured in a moment of ritual applause. The room sparkled with soft politeness and carefully arranged flowers, but beneath the surface, a quiet tension radiated between two women who would come to represent opposing definitions of power, femininity, and duty in American political life. Nancy Reagan, age 60, carried herself with the polished stillness of a seasoned actress, aware of the lighting, the frame, the message. At her side, Barbara Bush, 56, clapped along, her trademark pearls resting just above a reserved smile that hinted at the chill beneath the ceremony. They were not friends, not even close. The distance between them had begun in the 1980 Republican primary when George H.W. Bush challenged Ronald Reagan for the nomination. Though Reagan ultimately chose Bush as his running mate, Nancy never fully forgave the slight. For Barbara, it wasn't politics, it was personal. She found Nancy aloof, controlling, obsessed with appearances. Nancy found Barbara loud, unfiltered, and undignified. Their Cold War reached a low point in 1985 during the famed White House state dinner for Prince Charles and Princess Diana. When told that omitting the Bushes from the guest list would raise eyebrows, Nancy is said to have replied with two words that hardened the feud: "Just watch me." Barbara never forgot. Yet through it all, they stood side by side at events like this one, performing a fragile civility. Nancy maintained control of her image through whispers to friends referring to Barbara as common or too open, but never took her feud public. Barbara, for her part, confided her frustrations to family and in later memoirs, but kept her tone rueful rather than vindictive. It was clear to those close to them that the rift was real, but both women understood the cost of spectacle. They chose restraint over explosion. Their husbands oddly got along. Ronald Reagan admired George H.W. Bush's steadiness. Bush respected Reagan's vision. They worked in tandem and rarely addressed the tensions between their wives. If the topic came up, Bush might make a gentle joke about Barbara's bluntness. Reagan would glide past it with a twinkle and a change of subject. The men governed in harmony while the women stood at ceremonial distances like twin pillars unwilling to lean. When Nancy Reagan passed away in 2016 at age 94, the Bush family released a gracious statement. Barbara, too frail to attend the funeral, stayed home in Houston. When Barbara Bush died in 2018, also at 92, Nancy was already gone. The tributes to Barbara were deeply affectionate, full of stories of her sharp wit, her fierce loyalty, her unwavering presence. The Reagan family offered their respects, and the moment passed without rekindling the rivalry. Time, it seems, did what diplomacy could not. It closed the chapter gently. The feud that never exploded faded into quiet memory, remembered only in photos like this one, where two women, so different in temperament and style, found themselves forced to share a frame, a stage, and a history. And for one fleeting moment, they both smiled. Almost. Photographed by John Whitman for Washington Dossier.